So the next attack ability that I want to cover is Psychic Blast. Give this character a ranged combat action. Damage from this attack is penetrating damage. Talia does 2 damage. Ronan the Accuser has Impervious. So that blocks 2 damage altogether. But now if she uses Psychic Blast, it penetrates Impervious and the 2 damage will go through. So normally the 2 damage would not affect Ronan, but with Psychic Blast, it will. 10 on a 17. That's a 7 that hits right on the button, and it does 2 damage. He does not get to roll Impervious because it's Psychic Blast. 1, 2. And there you go. He took 2 clicks of damage. That's why Psychic Blast is really good against characters with invulnerability or Impervious, because it goes right through it like butter. Alright, so I put Ronan back to his first click, and then I put Robin out here, and then since Talia used Psychic Blast, I gave her a token. Alright, so the next power I want to show you is Incapacitate. Give this character a close combat or ranged combat attack. Its damage value becomes 0 until the action has been resolved. If the attack succeeds, give the target an action token. Alright, so how this works is you can either close combat or ranged combat attack. Because Ronan is a ranged character at this moment, he can target both of them with Incap, and if he hits them, they get a token. And in this case, if Talia takes 1 more token, she will push. Robin, in the case, he'll just get a token and he won't be able to do anything, or he'll have to push next turn if he wants to do something. Ronan has 4 damage, so using Incapacitate, it goes down to a 0. It only gives token. This is good against mystic characters where if they take damage off of an attack, you take damage in return. A good way to kill mystic characters is to incapacitate them, to push them, and then they take a click of damage for pushing, but you don't take a click of damage for doing that. So it's really good. But well, let's just do this. He's got a 12 attack, 17 here and 16 there. That's a 7. So that's a 19. I'll give Talia this quarter to show that she's pushed. She'd take a click of damage, and then Robin would get a token. He doesn't take a click of damage because it's only 1 token. And then Ronan would get a token for using the Incap. Alright, so the next attack ability that I want to cover is Poison. Plasma's here, I found, is a really great poison character. He starts with poison. That's always nice if you want to use poison on characters. Once at the beginning of your turn, as a free action, this character deals 1 click of damage to each opposing adjacent character. So how poison works, at the beginning of your turn, if an opposing character is next to a character with poison, they take 1 click of damage. Because Crystal has a naked 17, which means she has no defensive reducers here, she would take 1 click of damage at the beginning of Plasmus' turn. If there's more than 1 opposing character, say all 3 of these characters are opposing to him, and they have nothing to reduce his damage, they all would take 1 click of poison. That's really good. The one thing I would like to know is if you're not adjacent to these characters at the beginning of your turn, they won't take poison. So like say it's your turn, you move here, then it's at the end of your turn, you put a token there. They don't take clicks of damage yet. They get to go. If they are still there by the beginning of your turn, that's when they take the click of poison. And another example is if you're standing here and they move next to you on their turn, at the beginning of your turn, they'll take the click of poison. So that's another reason why you don't want to move up on someone with poison, because you immediately will take it at the beginning of the next player's turn. I love poison. Alright, so the next attack ability that I want to cover is Smoke Cloud. Give this character a power action. Put up to 4 hindering terrain markers in distinct adjacent squares that are all within the character's range and do not contain blocking terrain. A character with 0 range uses this power as if it has a locked range of 1. This character must have a clear line of fire to at least one of the hindering terrain markers. The hindering terrain marker remains there to the beginning of their turn. Robin's a character that uses Smoke Cloud pretty regularly. Robin has a range of 6, but for this tutorial I'm just going to move it up to like right here. Just imagine this as a smoke cloud. So Robin used Smoke Cloud. He placed it here and it can wrap around. Another way you can do it is you can target up to here and wrap it around a building here, because you can at least see 1. So that's kind of cool. Another thing that I would like to mention is this smoke here is actually hindering terrain. So if you have another character that gets in there, it would be hindering terrain for them. And in this case, this Robin has the Batman TA, which gives him stealth. Now this character is in stealth, where normally he would not be in stealth. So that's another way to use Smoke Cloud, is to hinder your opponent, either to give you stealth or to put them in hindrance terrain so that their movement is hindered. It's pretty nice. Alright, so for the final attack ability I'm going to cover in this tutorial is Telekinesis. I saved it for last because it's a brutal one. There's a lot that goes into it, and hopefully I don't butcher this. But alright, so I'm going to read it real quick and then I'll try to explain it all. Telekinesis. Give this character a power action and choose one of the following options. For all the options, this character must have a clear line of fire to the target and the destination. This character, the target, and the destination must be within 8 squares or fewer away from one another. For options 1 and 2, the target character would need to break away and ignores the effects of elevated and hindering terrain on movements. So option 1, move an opposing character. This character makes a close combat or ranged combat attack against a single target that deals no damage. If the attack succeeds and the target has or possesses the damage symbol, not a multi-base figure, the target can be moved to the designated square. Option 2 is move an object or a friendly character. This character targets an object or a friendly character and moves it to the designated square. Characters that have been moved with this power cannot also use this power until the next of their turn. Meaning you can't TK a character with TK and then that character use TK. You can TK a character and then that character can do something, but they can't also use TK. Option 3, attack with an object. This character targets an object and also must have a clear line of fire to the opposing character. This character makes an attack roll against the opposing character. The target of the successful attack with a light object is 2 damage and with a heavy object is 3 damage. Alright, so I'm going to show you a little demo of Telekinesis. Enchantress and Ronan are on one team, and Beta Ray Bill and Robin are on another. Enchantress wants to TK Beta Ray Bill away from her. She needs to make a close combat attack here because this is close combat. If she succeeds, she's able to move him up to 8 squares away. Alright, so that's a 9. That hits. So Beta Ray Bill doesn't take any damage, but Enchantress has the options of where she wants to put him. So Enchantress has the option of moving Beta Ray Bill. What she's going to do is TK him over here. Now this gives Ronan a chance to attack Beta Ray Bill because normally he would not have been able to because Enchantress was blocking. He has a 12 attack on a 17. He only needs to roll a 5. And he hits it and it does 4 damage. Beta Ray Bill has Impervious. He misses it and he would take 4 clicks of damage, but he minuses 2, so he would take 2 clicks. So that's a pretty good example of moving an opposing character. That's kind of what you would want to do, is move a character away from you or move a character near someone else that can attack him. So that's really cool. So option 2 is move a friendly character or an object. It's pretty easy to use the object. You would just use Telekinesis, give the character a token, and then move the object within 8 of you, anywhere you would want to go. But the option that you would most likely do is TK one of your friendly characters, and then you can move him 8 squares away, and you can move him right there. Because he doesn't have a move and attack ability, this is really beneficial to him. Robin has a 16 defense with combat reflexes, which would actually be an 18 at close combat. Ronan still has the 12 attack. He needs a 6. He hits with a 9, so it destroys him. It does 4 clicks of damage, and he would take 4 clicks. So that's an example of moving a friendly character. And then for option 3 is to move an object and attack with it on another character. So this is really cool. You would attack with this object, you would use TK, and you would hit him with it. Now the only thing you'd have to do is roll your attack. It would be a 9 on a 16. It's combat reflexes. That only affects close combat. Since this is thrown, it's range. So it'd be a 9 on a 16, needing a 7. That hits, and it would do 3 clicks of damage on Robin. Alright, so that concludes part 2 to the Heroclix Powers and Abilities card, where I covered the attack powers. The next video will be part 3, and it'll be covering the defense abilities. And as you guys might know, I also do closer look reviews where I take a single character and I review it, tell you how good it is, and just go over each one of the clicks and show you how it works. So if there's any characters out there that you want me to review, please leave a comment telling me the character that you want me to review, and most likely if I have it, I'll be able to do a review on it. Alright guys, take it easy.